We should be live now. If you don't know, I multi-stream on Twitch and YouTube for every F1 session. So if you prefer a YouTube stream, be sure to check it out over there. All right, once we're live, we should be good to go. All right, we're live in the tubes. Welcome along, everybody, to my watch-along for the 2024 Formula 1 Qatar Grand Prix. It is practice one. It's not nighttime yet in Qatar. It is sunsetting. It is sunset. But yeah, we are live for a watch-along. If you don't know what a watch-along is, this is how it works. You got my face over here. You got the live timings. So you got the Twitch chat down here. You got the live timings over here. And you got the session timer down in the bottom right that you guys can sync on up with. Now, we do this for every single Grand Prix weekend, for every single session. So join me this weekend for the sprint weekend. We've got sprint qualifying later on today, so be sure to stick around for that or come back later for that. 1 second, let me get this live timing updated. We've obviously also got Abu Dhabi next week as well. And then next season, my plan is to be doing watch-alongs for every single session, for every Grand Prix, just like we did for the second half of this year, just like we've done in the past. But yeah, big weekend ahead. We've got one practice session for the drivers to get up to speed, before getting into the second to last round. We've got a big championship fight between McLaren and Ferrari. I guess you could say Red Bull as well, but Checo needs to turn it around for there to be a championship fight in that regard. Yeah, 40 seconds before the session starts, and then we'll get the timer on up and ready. But appreciate you guys all tuning on in. I feel like I'm missing something. Am I missing something? Oh yeah, predictions. We're doing predictions for the very first time in chat for practice. And yeah, get your predictions in. Who do you think will finish first in practice one? Obviously, it's a bit more hard to predict practice one results, but I thought, you know, we'll give you guys more chance to put your channel points in. So yeah. All right, let me unmute this.
Be easier on the tires.
Crofty. All right, what did I miss in chat? Sorry guys, sorry. Welcome in everyone who's tuning in for the watch along. Aviation, Doha, Gabriel, welcome to the YouTube stream. Mano Ball, thank you for the 100 bits to get the hype train going. Appreciate it. Thank you. Appreciate the hype train, guys. Salmislies, OVDU, thank you guys for the follows. And Spider, thank you so much for the 44-month resub, man, with tier 1. 44, is that a Lewis Hamilton reference? No weighing, 8-time world champion. Through goes Hamilton. Holy moly, chonky chonk chonk. Dude, anyone know the chonky chonk chonk meme? Raise your hand if you know the chonky chonk chonk meme. Or the chonky chonk chonk video. If you don't, I'm sorry, I missed out. Don't even ask me to explain, because if I try to explain it to people who don't know, you'll think I'm trolling. But yeah, Spider, thank you so much for the 44-month resub, dude. I appreciate you supporting the stream for, what's that? 1, 2, almost 4 years. That's crazy, man. Thank you so much. All right, where was I up to in chat? I was just racing iRacing and waiting for rap, but it did not come out. Damn. I have 10 hours and 5 minutes of music in my playlist. So I used to have 40 minutes. Okay, well, that's better. That's better, but you can get up there. Bro won't even fix the post before the end of the set. No, I went to go fix it 3 times, and then I realized it was midnight, and I didn't want to make too much noise for the neighbor behind, so I didn't. And then this morning I didn't have time because I getting the new YouTube video up, so yeah. Yo, what's up, Larry? You would think drivers would be good at GeoGuessr. Well, I think Max would be fucking good at it. If I ever get the chance to do a video of Max again, I will probably do GeoGuessr with Max. But then again, I've already done GeoGuessr now, so I don't know. But yeah. Asian Skills, what's up, dude? Moddable, what's up? I don't have a pinned message. Or the hype train covers it. Yeah, if you click on it, then you'll see everything. So we've got hype train, we've got channel point predictions, and we've got the pinned message all at the top of chat right now. Now, when you didn't guess the specific location, the specific location in Singapore. I'm sorry. Why is Crofty commentating an FP1 session? Yeah, true. Actually, no, he does normally do FP1s occasionally. I don't know. Maybe because Martin's not doing it? I don't know. How's it going, Anishk? 90s and 2000s, what's up, Salah? Did anyone heard the production team voice and intro? No, I didn't. Oh, that's a fumble. 2022 Ponden flossing era. This guy. What's up, GB? Hope you're doing well, man. It's been good to see you racing and creating. 2 wins in a row now, right? You got 2 wins in a row? Metallica era, early and mid 80s rock. 2000s because I'm a child. I think the gravel will make the race way more interesting. Wait, so they added gravel? Where have they added gravel if so? I didn't see that. Usually I see like track changes all over Twitter, but I haven't seen it this weekend. Nihal Pater, what's up? End up getting F1 TV Pro Bros. No, I haven't had time to play around with it. I need to play around with it before Abu Dhabi though, because I want to test it in Abu Dhabi before next season, so I can make sure everything's all good. 4 stars on Verstappen's helmet. Yes, I did. I got a quick glimpse at Verstappen's helmet while I was yapping. So nice, man. So nice. I'd love to get Max's one mini helmet of that, because I've got Lewis's 2021 Pride helmet, and I love that. And I want to get a Max helmet and have them like facing each other for like the 2021 fight, even though it's not Max's 2021 helmet. Just to have both their helmets facing each other would be so cool. And you know, I think they're 2 of my favorite helmets ever in Formula One. You know, getting to witness Max's season this year. I mean, ideally, I'd love to have a helmet from every year, but fuck, mini helmets are so expensive, dude. Hey, buddy, good to see you. Hope you're doing good. What's up, RB? Hope you're doing well, man. Thanks, but I think I understand watchalongs, but how does a Grand Prix work? This guy. So a Grand Prix, pretty much. I'm not gonna bother. I give up. 2000s is really good. I think 1990s is very even in how good it is. I bought the full version of F1 24. Nice. Did you enjoy it? Did you play the free weekend and then decide, you know what? It's time to buy. Pony racing a week ago, and since then I've done 200 races. That's crazy. You've been on Luke's stream? I'm assuming you've been on Luke's stream, right? Luke's been doing like AI racing every day. Ferrari, of course. Sup KV. Sup Q Scully. How's it going, guys? My hand is raised. Look what I've got. No, I'm not weird. No. You guys don't know what it is? Explain. Sorry. Oh my god, KO is so shit tonight. What the fuck? Wait, what's happening to it? Do you think Lawson will be able to do well enough in the last 2 races to get the V-Carb seat for next year, or do you think they will give it to someone else? I think even if Liam crashes in the last 2 races, which won't happen because he's goated, if they drop Liam, that is bad. To hold a driver for 3 years, developing them, they get an opportunity to fill in, and they do fucking amazing. Oh, yeah, timer. Sorry, I forgot about the timer. You develop him for 3 years. He has an opportunity to hop in the car. Oh no, Mac's not going to be able to rock the white and gold helmet because it's broken. Yeah, look, imagine holding a driver for 3 years, developing them. They get an opportunity to do 5 races. They fucking do amazing. They then have to wait another year. They get replaced midway. They get a seat halfway through the season. They do a really solid job. Yes, last week. I hate recency bias so much. Yes, Liam didn't do good last week. All the other weeks he's been great. Or, you know, he's literally the 4th highest rated driver in the Aramco rankings. He was top 3 up until last week. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like he's doing good, and then all of a sudden, oh, Liam got demolished by Yuki last week. Okay. Where was everyone when Liam demolished Yuki the first 3 weeks? Anyways, my point is, if they drop him after 2 races, if they drop him after seeing what he's done so far in F1, just because Colapinto might be better or because Checo has money or whatever it may be, so dumb. So dumb. Anyways, to answer your question, I think he will stay in the Red Bull family, whether it's V-Carb or Red Bull Racing. I think at this rate, the hype and the talk sounds like it's leaning towards Yuki and Colapinto going to V-Carb. Sorry, Yuki going to Red Bull Racing and Colapinto going to V-Carb, but we'll just have to see how it all plays out, really. I think there's going to have to be a few breaking news post-season streams. A lot of traffic. Oh, 16 drivers out on track right now. But yeah, this is going to be a really interesting session. It's not the temps that match sprint qualifying later on today or qualifying tomorrow, but these are the conditions that the sprint will be in. Because it's sprint, so there's only 1 session. That's why he's commentating. Oh, right, I see. I have 105 hours of music in my playlist, nearly 1.9k songs downloaded on my phone. Damn, 1.9k downloaded. So my playlist, I'm one of those crazy people who has all my songs that I like in one playlist. I do need to clean it up, to be fair, because there's a lot of songs now I end up skipping because I'm like, that's bored or boring, or why did I add that? But I got 3,400 songs, so 200 hours of music in my playlist. But I'm a music connoisseur. Like I like any genre, any era, as long as it sounds good to me. Whereas some people are only like, I like rap, Now, pop sucks. Like, grow up. Grow the fuck up. Music is music. If you enjoy it, you enjoy it. GB winning a race in CS. What the fuck have I missed? No, I won Baku, but P2 in Vegas by 3,000. Wait, you got P2 in Vegas? I thought you won Vegas. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you won. What the fuck? There's gravels on all corners where they normally go wide. Oh, okay. That's good. I didn't see that. Oh, I see it now. Okay. When did they do that? I've literally not heard that they've done that this weekend. I reckon Max is going to win Qatar. How much are mini helmets? They're quite expensive. They're like $200 or 200 pounds or something like that. Chonky Chonk Chonk falling out of meme rotation. Yeah, but you can't really post it. Cause it literally, if you search up Lewis Hamilton Chonky Chonk Chonk on Google or Lewis Hamilton and describing what he does, that video is nowhere to be seen. Like, literally, I'm fairly sure that video only exists in our community now. It's been deleted everywhere. Like it's. I'm 90% sure Lewis has paid like the FPI to go delete the video everywhere, and we've got the last standing copy of Chonky Chonk Chonk. Since Luke does watchalongs too in the same house, would you be tempted to do a collab for them? I've been interested in doing collab watchalongs for a while now, but for practice. So I think for me, I want people to tune into my stream knowing what they're going to get, right? So when you tune into my stream, you know that I'm going to be live for every session. You know it's going to be me, and you know what I'm going to be doing. I personally feel like once you start having guests on, first off, when you have guests, or like in me and Luke's case, collabing, I feel like chat becomes less of a focus, and you end up talking to one another. And I feel like I want to provide a community that people can chat in. I read every message and we talk about Formula 1 together. And I feel like collabing or having guests on takes away from that. And yeah, you know, I think I think as well, like collabing as a one-off thing is great because, you know, like people will either love it and go, oh, wow, I really like Luke, or wow, I really like Ponden, I'm going to go check them out. But if you do it every single week, if people don't like Luke or people don't like me, they're forced to watch me with that person. First to watch Luke with me or forced to watch me with Luke. Does that make sense? So an idea I did have, and I still would like to do at some point, is like practice 1 or practice 2 sessions. Probably practice 2 sessions, having a guest on stream. So every single week for practice 2 watch-alongs, I have a different guest on. And that way it kind of, rather than it just being the repetitive, like we've done practice 1, we've spoken for hours, and then we do the same thing for practice 2. FP2 mix it up a little bit and we have a guest on. I think that's like a good sweet spot where it's like, you have a nice little collab portion, have some different conversations. Oh my God, look at the traffic. Yeah, I think that's where you can find like a good middle ground. And I would like to do that. It's just like organizing people to come on at the right time and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, I think it's, you know, again, let you talk to someone, have some different conversations without it taken away from the stream. Like if there's just one section of the stream where chat's not really read much, then that's cool. But yeah, like don't be wrong. For the first 8 months when I didn't stream this year, but we still recorded our reactions on the couch and gave them to Chris for the videos, and like Luke edited it up. I loved it. Don't be wrong. I love watching F1 with other people and doing the reactions with other people. I think there's a different dynamic reacting with other people. But at the same time, I did really miss talking to you guys. Like, I feel like when you stream on Twitch, people will watch people who match their opinion or their personality or whatever it may be. So, like, you guys know each week how I'm probably going to... I don't know how to explain it. Like, I pretty much, I like talking in depth about F1. Whereas, like... Hannah might not want to talk so much about things, or Luke might not want to talk so much about things, or Luke will think this, or I'll think that, you know what I mean? And I just really love sharing my opinion about F1. And when you're doing like a couch thing with other people, you got to let that person talk, or like they're talking about this, they're talking about that, you know what I mean? Like, I think I'm just more someone who just likes doing my own thing, my way. I think once you start doing things with other people, it can become a bit tedious or whatever, but... Anyways, to answer your question, I I think I just prefer to stick to my own thing on my own stream. It's nothing against Loot. It's nothing against Hannah. It's nothing against anyone else. It's just, I think it for the viewing experience, it's better to know, oh my God, look at the traffic. For the viewing experience, it's better for people to know, like, all right, it's Ponden's stream and I'm tuning in, you know? Because there's nothing worse sometimes than tuning into someone's stream or someone's video and then you're like, I don't care about this person. But yeah, I do still want to do the, like, practice to bring a guest on at different times and stuff like that. Liam got cooked by Yuki last race, lad. Don't be too fanboy. No, I said that, though. I said Liam did get cooked last week, but all of a sudden, Liam gets cooked one race, and then all of a sudden the conversation is, Liam sucks, like, Yuki should get that seat. It's like, bro, where was this for the first 3 races when Liam was in the spot? Max Wellarch, thank you for the follow. If Max wins Qatar, I'll be so mad. That is the type of greed they write in the Bible. This guy. Using Ramco rank as an example. Okay, bro. What? No, but it's give you an idea of how good Liam's been doing. Recent bar is awful with social media these days. Half the shit is just posted for attention anyway. Oh, 100%. I'm trying to think what the latest news is. I don't know. We'll have a scroll through Discord after practice 1 to look at all the news from the week. I'm trying to think of it if there was any big news things that came out that weren't confirmed, but they're just kind of putting it out for headline baiting. All right, predictions are going to end in a second. Get your channel points in. Quick. Oh my God, that was perfect timing. It's literally about to end right now. Liam is great, but I think Tsunoda also deserves a shot in the Red Bull. Yeah, no, I agree. I think Liam is better long term. I think Yuki's going to hop in the car, have a few good results, and then like ultimately just fumble. But I think Liam will build up over time, but I don't know. Red Bull will do what they want to do. I don't want drivers to crash, but I do think it would be hilarious if Colapinto ends up costing Williams more than Sargent did in a few races. True. I mean, it's going to be pretty hard to crash at this track other than get beached and gravel. Like, I'm trying to think, has there ever been like a crash? I mean, obviously we had the Checo Ocon Hulkenberg, was it last year? But that's so rare, you know. Yuki's not going to Red Bull. I don't know why, but they're not budging with Yuki. I've only seen Colapinto or Lawson. No, this week's rumors is Yuki's going to get the seat. Holy smokes, you're over a minute behind my stream. Yeah, man. Now TV is so fucking slow. Oh, do you know why? Because my stream was delayed. Wait, how delayed was I? Oh my God, I was actually a minute behind. You're right. What the fuck? Thanks for letting me know. I didn't even realize. When did Now TV do that? Alright, now we're up to date. Sorry about that. Bro thinks Liam deserves the Red Bull seat, but what does Yuki need to do? Well, no, that's the thing. I think they both deserve it. It's now you've seen 2 drivers who are capable of driving a V-carb and capable of probably driving a Red Bull. Who's going to be better long term? Because if you put Yuki in for a year, that's another year of Liam wasted. You know what I mean? It's really hard to predict the future, but they're going to make the right decision now. I keep saying I need to clean my playlist, but I never do. Liam is the best new driver, in my opinion. His first race at Zandvoort was so impressive in those difficult circumstances, and he has done better than Yuki Paris. I agree, Abi. I agree. I think Liam has proven that he's a very calm head, and he's exactly what Red Bull need. I think he'd be a very solid second. He'll be like the Piastri, but because Max is so good, he won't be a threat to Max. But he'll be a very solid second driver, I think. I think Liam will end up being the next, like, yeah, I honestly think Liam will end up being like the next Piastri, like a very solid second driver for a few years, and then boom, I think he'll have his turn once Max leaves. I have separate playlists for like chill songs, different language. Yeah, I need to do that as well. Sup, Aliso, if you're going to do a collab, then do a podcast. Yeah, I mean, I would love to do a podcast, but again, time. And I think podcasts are really hard to grow. You know what I mean? Like, as much as I'd love to just sit down and chat on a podcast, I feel like I do enough chatting on stream anyway. Then doing a podcast as well. Yeah, we were talking about just doing like a fun house podcast for, you know, not to try grow, not to get popular, not to earn money, just for fun. And if people want to listen, they want to listen. But again, it's time and stuff out of our days, which we just don't have, you know what I mean? Like, who's going to edit it? Who's going to post it and all stuff like that when we're all busy doing our own content and jobs and stuff like that. But we'll see, we'll see. Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I find the same with co-op F1 stuff. A lot of fun, but way less interaction with viewers. Yeah, exactly. That's what I mean. It's you need a nice balance. So I feel like if I did collab watch-alongs like Matt and Tommy did, but with like Luke, for instance, like it would need to be like, all right, we're bidding off our own channels. We're doing this together now. You know what I mean? And you're committing to that. But I've been doing watch-alongs by myself for 4 years now. That changing it, I feel like I'd lose a lot of audience, regardless if it's fucking Luke or, you know, whoever it is. Like it doesn't matter who it is. Changing it up completely is just, I just don't think I want to do that personally. But yeah, I think having that variety, say like a creator series on a Friday or, you know, like a just practice 2 session you have a guest on, I think that'd be sick. Collab streams just end up in chat being ignored. Yeah. Oh. I'm surprised they haven't put gravel in that corner there, but Checo's just gone off. Who do you think will win the Constructors' Championship? I'm not gonna lie, I feel like McLaren... Oh, they have put gravel there. Sorry, I didn't even see. I feel like McLaren have this in the bag unless they majorly fumble, but I really want Ferrari to win it. I'm not a McLaren hater, but I am a McLaren 2024 hater. I feel like McLaren have fumbled too hard this year, and I want them to fumble even more, because it would be kind of funny. If Leclerc finished P2 in the championship and Ferrari won the Constructors, I think that'd be hilarious, because their excuse for not winning the drivers was we were focused on the Constructors. And Lando's excuse for not winning the drivers was, oh, well, Max was just in a better car, we blah, 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 blah. But then if Leclerc beats him, then it's like, okay, well, there's no excuse now. So yeah, I'm not a McLaren hater, but I just feel like they've not owned their mistakes. They've not really tried hard enough, I think, for the drivers and constructors this year. And, you know, I see tweets and it's very true. That might be Lando's only chance ever to win a drivers' championship. That might be McLaren's only chance to win a constructors in the next few years. You know, like with how strong Ferrari, Mercedes, and Red Bull are looking coming into next year, they might not have the chance next year. Who knows? And then new regs, who knows what's going to happen? And the fact that they just kind of like, if we win it, we win it. If we don't, we'll focus on next year. No, that's not how it works. Like, you know, you can complain about Max's driving all you want, but that on-track activity and the way Red Bull, you know, push the whole season, it's like, you try win this season. If Red Bull fall off next year, right? Let's imagine Red Bull completely fall off. They finish 4th in the constructors. Who gives a fuck? Because they put all their time and energy into this season and making sure that they just got over the edge of winning it this year. And yeah. You know, there's no point going, oh, we won't try this year, we'll try next year, and then you don't end up winning next year. Then you don't win any championship. Put all your focus into each year. And the only reason you want to sacrifice a year to focus on another year is if you're like an Aston Martin and completely got zero chance of winning a championship. David, what's up, dude? Bottom of the stream. Traffic for Charles goes huge. Does Qatar only have 1 DRS point? Yeah, it would, wouldn't it? Yeah. Luke and Hannah are TDS. Got it. Yeah. What's up, bad? No, again, it's nothing against them. It's nothing against them or anyone. It's just, I think I'm just a very like personal. I just like doing my own thing. So yeah, you hate your housemates. Yeah, pretty much. Nothing is wrong with Luke and Hannah or Luke. I don't think they have done anything wrong for someone to hate them. No. Ben's trolling. Good Jokes is trolling. If you spin last corner, you can fence it. True. We saw that with, who was it? We saw that in a previous year. Was it last year? Sorry, I know I'm delayed on chat. I'm just slowly catching up. I hate missing a message in chat. You know, again, this comes back to the conversation about the collabing and stuff. Like, I pride myself on like, I want to read every message in chat, talk about every topic in depth, and I feel like when you like are in a call talking to someone or in real life collabing with someone, it's hard to keep up with chat. They really should have yeeted Perez for the final 5 to 6 races and put one of the young guys in. Yeah, I think in hindsight, well, not even hindsight, I think at some point Red Bull realized, when was it? Like 2 races ago, they realized, okay, we probably can't win the championship now, the Constructors' Championship now. We're going to finish 2nd or 3rd regardless. So why don't we just chuck someone in the car? This doesn't mean Perez is being dropped for next year. It just means we're going to put Yuki in the car to see how he does for 5 races. The only problem with that, okay, if you're Yuki, right, question. I I feel like this is an obvious answer, but at the same time, no. If you're Yuki and you get offered, do you want to hop in the Red Bull for the final 5 races of the season? Do you say yes or do you say no? Because, I mean, obvious answer is you say yes. But getting thrown into a Red Bull for 5 races, and if you do well, your career's over. Like your Red Bull career is over. They're never going to give you another chance in that Red Bull again. But then you could obviously argue that sure. Don't ask, that's a stupid question. But you get my point, right? Like, it's so risky. Oh, you've only got 3 races in the Red Bull. Prove yourself. All right, 1 race to get up to speed. 2nd race to start pushing it. 3rd race, and then boom, that's your time done. That's what you've got to prove yourself. And then, all right, they go, nah, you weren't good enough for putting Checo back in the car, or nah, you weren't good enough for putting Liam in the car. Boom, your career's over. Your Red Bull career is over. It's really tough. I mean, I think Red Bull's biggest problem was not doing a mid-season driver spot with Checo. Oh my God, Coleman has gone very wide. He's probably fucked the floor from that, to be honest. Sorry, I think Red Bull's biggest problem was re-signing Checo for 2 years, because now they put themselves in a spot where if they want to drop Checo, it's so much more complicated than, hey, we're just going to swap you out. Soz bud. Sainz a better choice for Red Bull. What cars will be the fastest this weekend? I think Mercedes said they were going to be fast in Qatar, but then they didn't expect to be fast in Vegas and they won the race. So who knows? I think McLaren should be quick here. I'm confused, man. I'm confused. It changes every week. Did Ponden miss the Liam Perez block? I must have missed it. Do you think Mick should come back or should he just chill in WEC? I think Mick's time in F1 is done. I mean, there's so much young talent there. Why would they give a driver who kind of shat the bed for 2 years and Haas? Oh, but his first year, the car sucked. Okay, then why did he suck against Magnussen the next year? Like, don't be wrong. If there was 30 drivers allowed on the grid, I'm sure Mick would be allowed a seat. But, you know, it's hard, right? Because everyone's like, we need more rookies. But then those same people go, Mick deserves a seat. No, if you have your chance and you suck, get out. You know, that's why next year we've got so many new rookies on the grid, because the drivers who weren't delivering are getting dropped. Your streams are a podcast. Yeah, exactly. So if I kind of hosted a podcast, then I just have nothing to talk about. I already yap about enough on stream. Another 3 years for Perez. Sergio Perez confirmed to remain at Red Bull Racing. The 6-time race winner has agreed to a 2-year contract extension, which will see him until 2026. Is that the original news post? Hope McLaren lose both champs. Gasly's having like a purple patch now, her P3 hair as well, yeah. But I want to know where Ocon is. Like, as well as Gasly's doing, where's Ocon every week? It makes no sense. Hungary kind of gave me the impression that they got some ironing out to do. I think McLaren need a little humbling. Hungary kind of gave me the impression that they got a lot of ironing out to do. Oh, absolutely. It's the attitude, right? Like, Ferrari last year fumbled the bag every single week. And Mattia's response in the media was just so shit. He got dropped. And now look how much better Ferrari's doing. McLaren, they're a good team. And they're making mistakes. But they're so, like, PR friendly. It's okay. Lando, you tried your best, man. No, we don't have an issue with 2 number 1 drivers. We got blah, 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 blah. Ferrari. My favorite one this year, my favorite quote, aka my least favorite quote this year, was Zach Brown after Monza. I'm so happy Ferrari won. If another team was going to win, I'm glad it was Ferrari. Huh? I don't think I've ever heard Toto Wolff or Christian Horner say anything along those lines. You can say congrats to another team and well done, but I'm happy another team won because it's their home Grand Prix after just throwing a 1-2. That one, this was crazy to me. I think Zach Brown is my favorite team boss for the past years, and I think they deserve it more than RB and Ferrari with their decision making. You reckon? I completely disagree personally. I think Zach Brown has been a clown this year. Oh my God. Everyone's going off. Such a tricky track. You're thinking of Gasly 2021, but he had a puncture and stopped at that corner. Yeah. Now, I remember that. I remember 2021, everyone's tires getting fucked. I never used to care about streamers reading chat because I didn't chat, but when you actually start chatting and streamers read it often, it makes you want to come to the stream and interact more. Yeah, exactly. That's what I want at the end of the day. I want, and I think for me as well, I really struggle when a stream chat is quiet. Specifically when it comes to not gaming. Like I want chat to be able to, play off a chat and read messages, you know what I mean? Like, I think it's the vibe of the stream can drastically change depending on chat. Ocon is always getting smacked by Gasly. I don't get it. And man's got a seat for next year. Just, it's crazy. So I missed a few messages in YouTube chat. Do you see GT3 cars are racing at Jeddah? The amount of red flags there will be... Wait, do you mean... Are they racing in between F1 sessions, or are they just going there on their own, like the week before, week after? Did he unironically say I'm a music connoisseur? I mean, I was half trolling. Bottas's last points was last year, P8. In what? Last year in Qatar? What's up, Hams up? Williams had tough drivers. Sargent, the TV, Colapinto, not a paid driver. Well, Colapinto's good. He just needs to iron out these crashes, but... Why are there so many kids in the crowd? The fuck? Who's bringing their babies to a Grand Prix? Not gonna lie, I feel really bad if McLaren fumbled the constructors. See, I don't though. I don't. It's their own fault. They've thrown so many points away in the championship this year from their drivers making mistakes, from their drivers being off the pace, aka Piastri, from their stupid fucking Monza race that they had. They've thrown so many points away. You guys are hyped for Spotify Wrapped. I'm usually like Spotify Wrapped sucks. Like, oh, not Spotify Wrapped sucks. Spotify Wrapped's overrated. Just go on Spotify Stats. But Spotify Stats is broken now, so I'm actually keen to see what my Wrapped is. Antonelli will beat Perez in 2025, no doubt. So you reckon Antonelli and a Mercedes would beat Checo and a Red Bull? I mean, probably very likely. I mean, Checo's 8th in the championship right now, behind all the top drivers. So I wouldn't be surprised. Excuse me. Dude, I've been sick for like a month. Ferrari looking quicker than McLaren right now. Yeah, I think I can't remember if it's this race. Oh my god, Piastri's off track. I can't remember if it's this race that McLaren said they won't be strong at or will be strong at. Based off of last year, they should be strong here. But also, remember how many mistakes they made last year? It was crazy. Ocon hasn't been given the latest spec upgrades for a little while. Right, it's a shame that these things aren't made overly public, but there's usually reasons why someone's off the pace. Yeah, that's what I mean though. Like I knew the first weekend that Gasly did good. I forgot what weekend it was now. I remember he didn't have the upgrades, and then Sao Paulo, I'm fairly sure he had the upgrades, and then Vegas, I'm fairly sure he had the upgrades, but he was way off the pace. And if he didn't have the upgrades, why isn't he getting them? And if he has got the upgrades, why are they bringing upgrades to the third to last race of the season? Oh my god. Oh, that's the replay. I thought he was going off again. Yeah, this track is so tricky. Like, carrying speed like that and having to, trying to find the right amount of grip for a car for a corner like that it's so hard. So many, like, not blind corners necessarily, but like you just have to get the turn in so right. Lando's having mistakes right now. Perez loses Antonelli, needs to put it back. Just pack it in. They said they wouldn't be strong and did really well. Hey guys, just coming in on my plane to land on Blake's landing strip. What's wrong with my beard? I've literally cut it higher, man. That's how a beard looks. What do you want me to do? Get rid of it? What do you want me to do? Seen this year that where they think to be quick doesn't translate. All about getting the tires in the window. Yeah. I saw a graph. We'll probably look at it after FP1. I saw a graph that says like, Merc have won all the cold races and McLaren have won all the warm races. Or like on average, McLaren have won the warmer races and Mercedes have won the cold races. even including Mercedes winning Austria, which was one of the hottest races of the year, they're still on average I'll show the graph soon. Then it was like we had a good Japanese GP, but we were struggling in Qatar. Right, okay. I read somewhere that the new upgrades made the Alpine a lot stiffer. Ocon's car's a bit softer, hence why Ocon was a beast in the rain in Brazil. Okay, interesting. Yeah, it's so hard. This is the thing that sucks about social media now is I probably read that, but I just disregard it because I'm like, oh, that's pure waffle, you know? It's so hard to tell what's factual, what's not online now. Well, not factual because, like, obviously everything is opinion-based, but, you know, it's hard to tell what is from, like, a trusted, good source versus what's just absolute waffle from some rando. What have you seen Antonelli do that was impressive? He's just another hype in my opinion, but I hope he proves me wrong. The difference with Antonelli is he has one of, if not the best junior career of all time. He literally won the championship in every single series that he did. And not only won them, but dominated. And it wasn't just no names, like rando names. It was top tier drivers who are like in F1, made it to F2 earlier than him. Yeah, we'll have a remind me. We'll have a look at Antonelli's career again because I'm curious as well. But it's insane the level that guy was at. Obviously, his F2 wasn't great, but Premier kind of fell off a little bit. He's coming in very inexperienced, but like Max Verstappen, like Oscar Piastri, it doesn't matter the least amount of experience you have, as long as you've shown that you have the talent to just hop in a car and do well, he should be able to hop in the F1 car and do well. Wait, you intentionally want your beard to look like that? Wait, what do you mean? Well, hair doesn't grow hair. So that's where the line is for my beard. So rather than just having random little bits of fucking stubble hair, I shave it so it's clean. And then you guys will roast me. I don't know what you want me to do other than shave that off. And then you just got that, which I could do, but I feel like that would look weird, wouldn't it? My 3 constructors is McLaren, Ferrari, Red Bull. Wait, what do you mean you have 3 constructors? Oh my god. Okay, he must have backed out of that corner early because he's gone way off track. When they showed that constructor's stake, Ferrari were literally ahead for longer. Yeah, we are to believe they have a tractor. All right. Wait, what do you mean the constructor's snake? You talking about the points? I don't think championship points ever show the true pace of a driver / team. Like, it comes back to those seasons where, oh, well, Sainz beat Leclerc in a championship. Well, no fucking shit, because Leclerc had some of the worst strategies known to man and multiple retirements. Unless you watch Formula One every single week and don't look at recency bias, there's so many races now that it's so hard to keep up with who's what. You know, like I'm not looking forward to doing my driver rankings at the end of this year. Hence why I always do my like season review where we watch all the highlights back to remember what actually happened. Because otherwise you just get so caught up in recency bias. Like, I think I'm going to put Leclerc above Norris in my driver rankings. But is that just recency bias? I'm going to have to go back and watch. Because I'm fairly sure Leclerc was solid the whole year other than that 3-race run after Monaco. I agree with that. But the Ferrari hasn't been a bad car. It's more my point. And over a season, they have had the second fastest car a lot. I think Red Bull has... I think all 4 teams have transitioned between top 4. But I think McLaren has been the fastest car the most. I think Red Bull was the fastest car at the start of the season and then dropped to P2, 3, 4. Maybe let's say 2, 3. Ferrari has always been 2nd, 3rd, sometimes 4th. The only time they've been the best car is like Monaco and... was it Singapore? Monaco and Singapore. I think that's the only 2 races they were the strongest car on track. So, yeah, it's hard because you could argue, oh, well, they were never really the 4th car, but 4th best car, but they were never the 1st best car. And with the amount of points, this is my logic, right? The amount of points that you get for finishing 1st in a race, the swing, even if McLaren have a few fourth best car races, such as Vegas last week, the races that they should have won, the point swing should outweigh those fourth places so much. Whereas Ferrari finishing second most of the year, if they don't have the fastest car for most of the year, that's a big point swing. You know, that's 7 points every race they finish second or third/fourth. Not Singapore. I thought Sainz won Singapore. I'm talking about Ferrari. Monza? Ferrari were not the quickest car in Monza. That was a complete and utter fumble by McLaren. Hungary? McLaren won too. McLaren. Did I say McLaren? I meant Ferrari, by the way. They're just being very consistent. When the RB and McLaren would swap between first and third, Ferrari has always just been there. I know. I agree with you, but I also disagree with you. I think at the start of the season, there was a few races where they were third and fourth fastest car. Like take Netherlands, for instance. They were third and fourth. Was it Silverstone? They were hard fourth in Silverstone. Yeah. I think Red Bull and McLaren swapped between 1 and 2 almost all year. And when Red Bull wasn't second, McLaren was still first. The only race where Red Bull weren't second, like they were third or fourth, and McLaren weren't first, was Monaco and Singapore. Wait, hold up. Practice 1 is right now. It is. What's up, Tom? Yeah, Leclerc won in Monza, but they did not have the quickest car by any means. What happened in Monza was McLaren were too busy dicking around with both their drivers. Leclerc was like, fuck it, I either finish P3 or I finish P1 here. So he stayed out on his tires and boom, stayed out, fucking won the race. That has nothing to do with Ferrari having the quickest car. That has all to do with Ferrari pulling a great strategy, rare occurrence, and McLaren completely fumbling the bag. But yeah, this is, I think conversations like this about the constructors, one, we'll have to see how the constructors actually ends with you know, these last two races. But two, the week after Abu Dhabi, I'm going to be doing my yearly season reviews. So it's 3 days, 3 streams. We watch every single qualifying race, sprint quali, sprint highlights, back to back to back to back. We do our Grand Prix tier list, and we just kind of talk about the season as a whole. Excuse me. And we get to experience the whole year kind of like in one sitting, or it's technically 3 sittings because it's so long, but you know, in one sitting. And I think that really opens your eye up to a lot of things that you don't really get over the course of the season. Because again, you fall so much into recency bias. Like again, the one that I always talk about, mid-season driver rankings. You know, when the fans voted Leclerc as 8th best driver of the season at the halfway point, that is the biggest recency bias ever. Now he's arguably 2nd best driver of the season. How does he go from 8th to 2nd in half a season? People are just trolling, man. People get caught up way too much in the most recent races. Actually, the only reason we are having this chat is because of the Ferrari drivers. Perez never, their Piastri has been worse than Charles and Sainz over the season, even though he has had some highs, yeah. That's actually a good conversation to have. Do we think Piastri has had a good or bad season this year? Okay, what would you rate Piastri's season out of 10? Now, ignoring that he's in his 2nd year, what would we rate it out of 10? Let me actually look where he is in the standings. To be fair, Ferrari been really strong since Monza. Overall, I think the season did a phenomenal job. Max did a phenomenal job and completely deserved drivers. Lando and McLaren fumbled the bag. Solid 7 because of his win in Baku. Otherwise, it would be a 6. 7, 8 out of 10. 7, 8, 7.5. 8, 7, 6, 7, 7.5. Okay, so everyone can agree it's around a 7. Okay, I'll paint the picture for you, right? A driver loses the qualifying and driver head-to-head to their teammate. the races that they don't win, they're losing to their teammate by 10 to 20 seconds in race pace. And they finished 70 points behind their teammate in the championship. And their teammate should have won the championship. So not only did their teammate disappoint and got less points than they should have, they finished 70 points behind that teammate. If you look at all that factually, taking Piastri's name out of it and taking out the good moments he had, if you talk about a 24 race season, I honestly think Piastri underperformed this season. You know, last year was, holy shit, Belgium, Qatar. Piastri's on it, man. Like, yeah, he's off the pace of Lando. Everyone can agree. He said it himself, I need to improve on my race pace. Next year, I'll put up a fight. And don't be wrong, there was a lot of races this year, Monza and Singapore. Monza and Baku, where he not only put up a fight, but fucking excelled. But again, when he wasn't winning races or leading races, he was nowhere near his teammate for most of the year. Not to mention the run of qualifying form he's had in the last, 5 Grand Prix. Again, if you factually look at it, he has been quite disappointing for what where he should be. Oh, but he's in his second year. I don't give a fuck. You should never look at someone and be like, oh, but they're in their second year. First year, fair enough. But, you know, if Charles Leclerc is hopping in a Ferrari in his second season of Formula 1, his first season at Ferrari, and beating Sebastian Vettel, and Max Verstappen is hopping into a Red Bull and matching his teammate in his first year, the conversation about, second year, is irrelevant when there's drivers on the grid already doing that. Lando Norris in his second year, matching Carlos Sainz. George Russell in his first year in Mercedes, matching Lewis Hamilton. Meanwhile, Piastri gets this kind of but it's only his second year. I don't give a fuck. He's been disappointing this year, I think. Yeah, don't be wrong. In comparison to some drivers, he's had better highs than Carlos Sainz, than George Russell, than Lewis Hamilton. More highs. But I think he's had more lows than all those drivers I mentioned. Maybe Lewis's lows, it's hard. I would put Piastri and Lewis near each other. I don't know, man. If I'm going off the top of my head, again, this is off the top of my head. I haven't done my driver rankings yet. I haven't watched the season back. If I'm doing my driver rankings right now, it's Max, Lando, and Charles. I don't know who I'm going to put 2, 3 right now. I'm probably going to put George Russell P4. And then Sainz, Piastri, Lewis. That's off the top of my head. And I think a lot of people are going to end up putting Piastri in their top 4, and I don't think that's warranted at all. Factually speaking, I don't think you can put Piastri in your top 4 drivers of this season. If Lando Norris should have won the championship and fumbled, and Piastri's finishing 70 points behind that driver, how is that a good season? He had a race-winning car for most of the season. He's literally might lose in the Constructors' Championship, and you're going to put him in your top 4. Sorry. I just have to mold, because I keep seeing people being like, Piastri's better than Sainz and blah, 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 blah. But yeah, his highs have been better, but it's a 24 race season. Formula 1 isn't about fucking highs. Otherwise, Ocon would be the greatest driver of all time because of his race in fucking Brazil. No, it's way more than 1 race a season. Or 4 races a season. He needs to be more consistent. His peak potential is good, though. No, absolutely. Absolutely. That's the thing. I can look at Piastri and say he has way more potential than... Shut up! Why is this lawnmower going? Also, why is the sun beaming in? I'm losing my mind. One sec, we're standing now. Push, push, push. I feel good. Alright, we're standing. He's won 2 races, so yes, he's had a good season. Yeah, but Sainz has won 2 races. Russell's won 2 races. Lewis has won 2 races. That's what I mean. Like, his highs have been fucking amazing. When I watched Baku, I looked at Baku and went, Piastri is a future champ. 100%. But this season is very similar to Russell's 2020, was it last year or 2022 season? I can't remember which year it was now. Where it was like, wow, Russell, you did amazing in these qualifying. You had some amazing results. But over the course of the season, it was a bit disappointing. Fry's rapping, man, geez, you're looking good right now. On hards as well, what the fuck? Yeah, we barely really looked at FP1. I wonder if we're going to get some qualifying laps now with 10 minutes to go. It's his second season. Norris has had 6. He was always going to be behind. I've shown what it is in there. Just can't extract it every single time, yeah. Patri is a bit inconsistent sometimes. He's just rapid and sometimes he's invisible. Yeah. I just maybe it is recency bias. Again, maybe I'll watch it back and change my mind. But these last few Grand Prix, Mexico, was it Coda? And another one. He qualified so bad and his race pace was poo. And if Lando did that, it would be washed up. He fucking sucks. But because it's Piastri, it's like, whatevs. I just wish people treated Piastri and Lando the same. Because I'm very critical of Lando and McLaren this season. But for some reason, Piastri's avoiding all the blame and all the hate. He's literally lost them so many points in the Constructors' Championship this year. So is Lando. But only Lando's copping the blame. Trin, thank you so much for the 46-month resub, dude. Sorry I missed that. We were obviously on a big tangent. But I appreciate your support on the stream. Almost 4 years. Fucking crazy, dude. But yeah, thank you for the tier 1. I appreciate it. Second year, not really an excuse for him with the stuff he has done leading up to F1. Absolutely. Exactly. Lewis giving Fernando hell in his first year. 100%. Ponden don't give a damn. Piastri is weird because he was almost on the money with Lando and then suddenly it's just gone. Lewis has had a stinker season compared to the top 7, yeah. Does anyone disagree with me that Lewis is ranked below everyone other than Checo in the top 4 teams? With all Norris's mistakes, I'd put both Ferraris between Max and Lando. No one's disagreeing. It's okay. Okay. The reason I'm molding is because of the overall idea from the pundits and like Twitter and just like again, I don't mind Lando getting criticized, but where's the Piastri hate, man? Not hate. Where's the Piastri criticism, man? 1 Max, 2 Charles, 3 Lando, 4 Russell, 5 Carlos, 6 Lewis, 7 Piastri, Perez 20. The lawnmower disagree with you. That's why I am. We're gonna stand on business. Right, Alpine really has 2 different cars between Gasly and Ocon, ain't they? Yeah, we're talking about that just before you came in. I was like, for me, Gasly doing good, crazy. But I'm more shocked at how bad Ocon's doing. Ben pointed out that it's because Ocon doesn't have the same car, but when was this announced? Do you know what I mean? Like, the race prior to Sao Paulo, obviously knew Gasly had the better car. But then Sao Paulo, it looked like they had the same car. And then Vegas, Ocon's nowhere near. It's just like what? My rankings would have been Verstappen, Leclerc, Norris in the top 3. George Heikki's so underrated, but again, I don't think his race pace is there when you see what Hamilton has done in races. Yeah, exactly. I think Russell has so much. I think Russell is a more consistent version of Piastri right now. But Piastri's had higher highs, so everyone's like, oh my god, Piastri. Colapinto is on a lap at the moment. I've seen Lewis had some bad qualities. Maybe he equally messed up with Russell over a season. Yeah, Lando's overhated and Piastri's getting overrated a lot. That's probably the best way to put it. Chorios on the stream, by the way. Lewis higher than Piastri, bro. You reckon Lewis higher than Piastri? See, I thought if I put Lewis above Piastri, I was gonna get hated on. But maybe you guys agree that Lewis is above Piastri. I don't know. Lewis has just been so shit in qualifying that even if you make up 10 places in the race, we can't just sit here and be like, yeah, well, if he qualified better, he would have done well. But he didn't. Oh, here we go. Soft runs. Leclerc going 0.3 faster in just one sector. Crazy. Yeah, if you were to ask me last season, I would rank Russell the driver 1 place above Perez, but this season it's Lewis. I hope Piastri wins the last 2 races now after that, right? That's what I mean. Like I saw, I can't remember who it was. I saw a YouTuber do their driver rankings like last week. And I'm like, how are you doing your driver rankings with 3 races to go? There's so many little battles, specifically the one we're talking about now, Lewis and Piastri and Sainz and Russell, and Lando and Leclerc. How can you rank anyone right now? It's way too hard. You know, yeah, maybe to avoid recency bias of the last 2 races, but like, genuinely, if Leclerc wins these last 2 races, 100% second best driver of the season. If Lando wins them, second best driver of the season. Wow. 8 tenths up these Ferraris on the softs right now. What the fuck? Are they testing their 2025 car early? And where's the Aston Martin lap come from? I'm not putting Perez last in my standings. Oh, I don't know. I still think Zhou and Sargent have had worse seasons than Checo this year. When you're comparing shit to awful, at least Checo has had a couple highs. Zhou hasn't had a single high. His high was finishing outside of the points in China and getting a special ovation. And Sargent literally got dropped because he was so poo. I don't think you can put a driver who had 6 good races behind Jean Sargent. I have Ferrari's favorites for next year. Dude, imagine Lewis wins his 8th in Ferrari. Crazy. What's up, Alyssa? Now, but Zhou has had such a shite car even compared to Bottas. Yeah, but he's been so far off of Bottas. The only thing I'll give Zhou props to, and the only reason I'd put Zhou above Perez, is Zhou hasn't shunted the car. But you're right, Perez P18 this season. Zhou is hard because that car is so bad, but P20 for like 7 races in a row, yeah. For me, if he was right next to Bottas, I can put him above Perez, but man. All right, let's focus up on FP1 here for the last few laps, and then we'll chat about everything after the session. I'm really enjoying today's stream. We've had a lot to talk about. It's been good. Good convos. Between a McLaren and Ferrari here. Yeah, it's crazy. Mercedes were up there last week. Now it looks like they're not. Oh, that was minimal though. But that'll be a track deleted. Are you coming to Middle East next year? Not sure. I haven't got any travel plans for next year. Both Grand Prix and not Grand Prix. I'm just going to play it by ear. I think next year's going to be a big, like, just stay at home grind. I think next year's F1 season is going to be amazing. And I think as well, I've had my 8 months break, 8 months traveling, 8 months not earning money from content. And I think next year I just want to lock in. You know, I'm not really in the I don't really feel the want to go to a Grand Prix or want to travel because I had that. You know, I've had that good nice break now. Obviously, if a company invited me or a team invited me to go to a Grand Prix, I'd absolutely love to go. But in terms of spending my own money, like and time to like go somewhere, I think it interests me after this year. Like I've really enjoyed this year, and now I just want to lock into content. And I think 2025 is going to be so fucking good, man. Chris, 48 months. Thank you, dude. 4 years. Holy. I appreciate it. Imagine if I didn't take 8 months off streaming. You'd be at what? 56. Crazy. But thank you, dude. I appreciate that. Oh my God. Holy. What is today's stream, man? Today's stream has been crazy. Alyssa, thank you so much for the 10 bomb. I appreciate that. W's in chat. W's in chat for Alyssa. If you got a sub from Alyssa, be sure to say thank you. But Alyssa, thank you so much. I really, really do appreciate that. We hit our sub goal as well. Holy, but Chris, thank you for the 48 months. Alyssa, the 10 bomb. I need to get music, man. I feel like when someone drops like a 5, 10, whatever bomb of subs, it's not hype enough. I need to add a song. What song should I add? It needs to be like a hype song that like pops off when someone drops a bomb like that. But Alyssa, thank you so much for the 10 bomb. I appreciate that. I canceled my sub during the break. Yeah, fair. Would be over 4 years. Yeah, I think you, Chris, and a few others obviously canceled, which is completely fair enough. But then some crazy people kept subbing. I even told them like, hey, by the way, your sub's still running. And they're like, nah, it's okay. I'm like, all right, thank you. That graph you have is good though. Yeah, did it work this time? Oh, actually, I don't think I'll be able to repeat it. No, I can't replay 10 bombs for some reason. Sometimes it breaks though, but yeah, thank you so much, Alyssa. I really do appreciate that. Okay, it's hot in my room, but if I open the curtain, the lawnmower's gonna be heard. Look at this! Look at this! Ah! That's what it's like if I open my curtain right now. I mean, you can still see it. Even with the curtain shut, you can still see the light coming in. Because sunset's at fucking 3 p.m. here. Leclerc's gone even quicker! How? Is the track just getting warmer and warmer and warmer? Wow, you get up to P5. Maybe trap was just getting better. Ov gets a big prize of cash at the end. Well, I mean, good few sponsors for them. Wait, what, Nathan? Mustard! Someone subs them. Wait, guys, wait up. Bottas, purple sector 2. Maybe steak's gonna cook in Qatar. What the fuck is that? How? Did no one do laps on softs? Did the track get better or is the steak just fucking good here? I'm a little bit tipsy from the work Christmas party, so all love, I appreciate it. Let's hope you had a good time. Were the drinks free? Wait, at a work Christmas party, does the company pay for everything? Or is it like a chip in? I guess it depends on the work, right? The best hangover medicine is more liquor, exactly. I'm no longer allowed to give gift on Crane or TRL streams. I could live my love elsewhere. Wait, if they ban you from subs? I could generally get a suntan while streaming if I wanted to, if I kept my curtains open, but like... This is lighting for the whole stream would just not be fun. Oh my, I can't even look at my screen. I love the early sunset so you don't have to wait years to see the best time of the day. What do you reckon, Ferrari over McLaren? I think right now, from practice 1, Ferrari over McLaren. I keep forgetting we've only got one practice session. However, if you're thinking about your fantasy team, you can wait to do your fantasy team after sprint qualifying. You just need to do it before the sprint. So obviously, the true showing will be sprint qualifying. But obviously, Parc Ferme unlocks after the sprint. So, you know, then who's going to tweak their setup the best coming into normal qualifying in the race? Perez looks like Williams down there. Yeah, how far is he off of Max? I can't see my screen. I'm shutting it. He's 8/10 off Max. So I meant Haas wins 6 would get a few sponsor next year maybe because of prize money. Well, sponsors aren't dictated by where you finish the championship, but they get some nice money, yeah. I had my work party tomorrow and they pay for everything. That's cool. Yeah, no, the company paid for it. That's sick. Oh, that's nice. 250 odd people? Fuck, that's so much money. He'd permanently tire you out. Tonight my work crew just found out how funny you are. Fucking sprint weekend. No, sprint weekends are good, Chris. Sprint weekends have grown me. Other than having to edit reactions for multiple sessions, more content is good. All right, what have I missed in the YouTube chat? Where's the Piastri hate? Have you been reading comments on every McLaren post? You clearly do not. Well, you're saying there's a lot of Piastri hate? In Brazil, Ocon was equal to Gasly because of the rain. Lewis is below Piastri. You must expect a 7-time world champion to be choker to his teammate in quality and races. What's Pierre doing on the mediums? That's probably the old message. Where's Pierre? Gasly. Yeah, true. Gasly didn't do a soft run, so we don't really know how quick that Alpine is in quali pace. He didn't do a soft run in the end. Sauber point. I mean, look, maybe Sauber could be best. Actually, no. Williams is up there. Tsunoda's up there. Don't worry. Christmas party in November. Hey, it's 2 more days till December, right? Green sauce in your pants. Send me the follow. I think companies probably do the Christmas parties early to avoid like having to pay extra for booking costs and stuff like that. And, you know, some people probably finish work earlier for the year and stuff like that. Anyways, practice 1 is complete. Leclerc at the top by 4/10. So we compare out the predictions for Leclerc. How many people predicted Leclerc? No one. No one predicted Leclerc. So everyone just lost money. Everyone just lost points. Well done, everyone, for not predicting on Leclerc. Landon Ross P2, Oscar P3, Sainz P4. So it looks like it's the McLaren versus Ferrari battle this weekend with Max and the Mercedes fighting for P3 and 4. That's cool, though. You know, the 2 Constructors' Championship drivers going for it. 2 Constructors' Championship teams going for it. Yeah, it'll be good to see how this plays out. And, yeah, sprint qualifying now in, is it 3 hours' time? Anyways, guys, that wraps up the watch along. That was a really good watch along. I know we didn't really talk much about the session, but that's usually what happens with a practice session anyway. We obviously talk about everything around Formula 1 and just things that have happened in previous races and stuff like that. I do feel like that was a pretty good session to watch and actually talk about, but we went on so many tangents about other stuff, but that's what I like. That's what I like about watch-alongs. Heaps of people in chat, chatting about different things, having good convos. I really enjoyed that. Anyways, sprint qualifying starts in exactly 3 hours time, so I will be live doing a watch-along for that as well, so be sure to tune on in. For my YouTube viewers, I will be ending the stream now. I will be staying live for the next 3 hours over on Twitch, so come join us and the other, what is it, like 100 people over on Twitch chatting. We've got some activities to do, we got some news to talk about, and we've got some videos to watch, so come on over. F2 qualifying as well. We've got F2 qualifying starting soon, so we're going to be doing a watch along for that over on the Twitch channel. So YouTube people, I'll see you for sprint qualifying. Otherwise, come over to Twitch, come join us. See you guys.